You're gonna get a house today, Toby. Sit. Good boy. Hand. Good boy. If you want a house, you gotta give me your hand again. Do you want a dog house? Yeah. All right. On today's video, we're gonna be building a dog house for our pet. We're gonna be talking about the materials we used, what we did, and why we did this. As far as the cost goes, you're going to be looking at spending around $700 just in materials. It is a bit pricey, but this is going to last a long time. So here's what we did. We framed all the walls with pressure treated 2x4. That's just going to protect it from all the moisture that's outside. We used OSB inside, and then we used the foam insulation. As you can see, we insert those in between the walls. And then we also used the foam spray to get any gaps in between that foam and 2x4. So here's the walls. You can see we also added OSB to the exterior of this. So this thing has double OSB inside and outside to get a nice seal, nice and warm insulation, because it is going to be an exterior house. It's going to be outside, so we want our dog to stay nice and warm. Here's the outside, how it's looking. We got the ceiling, we got the joists. We are spacing everything 16 inches on center. All right, and here's the dog testing out the door. Everything looks great. He has plenty of room. I know it might look small, but it's actually bigger than a traditional dog house. This house measures roughly 40 by 30 inches, and here's his approval right here. You can see he loves the house. So we want to make sure our dog is nice and warm. That's why we're taking all these extra measures to foam, all right, and insulate everything nice and good. We're also adding caulking to the interior corners once we're done nailing everything to make sure we have a nice seal. The exterior, we're adding the fascia. We're doing about a 6-inch overlap. That's going to protect any rain that falls from actually hitting the house or going inside. So it's always important to do a nice overlap. Now we're using red guard inside the house before we put the ceiling on. The reason we want to use red guard is because this is a waterproof membrane, and it's going to make everything a lot easier to clean up, all right, and seal up as well. We're sealing it up with the red guard. That's going to seal those corners nice and tight, so there's no air gaps, there's no insects coming through or going into the walls, all right. Here's the sun tunnel, which is probably going to be the most expensive part. You're going to be looking at around $300 for this sun tube, but it's going to make a big difference, all right? Here's the roof that we're adding the drip metal to the corner, all right? We're adding the shingles right here to the roof. We're getting those nailed down. Here's the sun tunnel. We did have to cut this to a custom size, all right? Because, again, this is a custom dog house, but we want to stay with the modern look. So this sun tunnel is going to get plenty of daylight into the house, all right? So he'll feel nice and warm in there, and he'll get nice lighting in there, all right? And we can see what's going on inside as well. So there's the sun tunnel we installed. You see the corners are nice and sealed. Now we're working on the exterior siding. We're using that same fascia board we used on the top roof for the corner trim and for the door trim. I like this fascia board because it comes primered, all right? All you got to do is put your paint on it. So we got that going. We got the siding going. It's a Hardie board siding. This siding is a cement board that's meant to last up to 30 years and more. So imagine all the pressure treated lumber we got in there, nice and sealed, and now we're adding cement boards to the exterior. This definitely is going to be a dog house that's going to last a very long time. You can see right here the complete project. We did add a small composite deck on the front. It just gave it that final little touch, something he can come out and walk on and sit on. We are planning on adding a door and cutting out some holes on that deck so we can add a bowl for water and for food. And that's it right there, guys. Don't forget to share, like, and follow. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. You can see our dog is super relaxed. He's yawning in there. That means he loves it. I will include the measurements, the cost, any other information I can in the description so you guys can look on how to build this dog house.